splice in the alphabet?
I'm sending us live. Doesn't even make sense as a sentence.
What? That I'm the next splice in the alphabet? You're splice J, I'm splice K. K comes after J. There's no letters in between them.
It's not how this works.
Okay, it's weird that I can say this, but I actually understand Kamizite's logic in this.
See, now that's
I understand
the more concerning
Kamizite's
thing
whatever
Cedric
he's
did.
saying. It's not logic.
Baggins got his got a minor degree in Kamai's.
No, his degree was in English.
I believe the technical term for your language is kamikaze.
Yes.
Hey.
But then people get all mad about it.
Something about it being insensitive. I don't know what.
I blame Splice.
I'm gonna again need you to stop doing that.
What, blaming you?
Yes.
Do you know?
Well, so
I
you know,
have been-
Kamikaze's the divine wind, and so Kamizite would be the divine windbag, right?
Hey!
Actually, Kamizite roughly translated means stone god. So it's kind of diametrically opposites there. But
fair enough.
you know, I have a friend who has told me if he ever starts streaming, I'm not allowed to be on his stream, like in his chats, because of the stories about how I help you out.
Help with quotation marks.
I don't need
help.
anyone to give me a reason why you're not allowed to be on their streams. There are plenty of them.
I would say
if they didn't give me a reason, I'd say that's a wise choice.
But trust me, we know.
I'm famous for saying I'm helping, so this isn't a high horse I can get on.
Nope.
All right, I'm going to send us live. Are you guys ready?
Sure. Why not?
All right. So when getting ready for this stream, I thought to myself, I wonder what the first mob in any video game that gave me the heebie-jeebies was. And as I thought about it, I realized it was this guy. Phantos, or Phanto, or I can't remember.
Phantos, I believe.
Yeah, Phantos. I can't remember. Point is, maybe it was just because I was younger, but this thing terrified me. The concept of a mob that just kept coming. You could travel through screens and it wouldn't go away. It absolutely freaked me out as a kid. Not to the point like I was having nightmares or anything, but it freaked me out. This is episode 76 of I Think We Overleveled. We're talking about the mobs that you feared, filled you with dread, stuff like that. We're not talking bosses. We're talking about what should be on some level mundane and yet somehow terrifies us. How's it going?
I'm sorry, the guy on the screen was literally just playing with him. Like he could have gone through that door twice and you just waited for him to hover around.
Yeah, some people are better at this game than I was.
At that point, he deserves what he gets.
But just
this feels like a re-release.
This was such a good. I mean, this
is All Stars.
And then of all things they died they died to sniff it. But yeah, this I don't know. Maybe it was just because this was the first time I saw a mob like this, but this freaked me out as a kid. It was just, or I should maybe stressed me out, filled me with dread. I hated dealing with him.
It was like a rated PG Jason Voorhees, is what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of.
Because he just keeps coming. You go to the next screen, he's still there. You go to the bathroom, he's waiting for you in the mirror. You go get a snack from the fridge. It's in the fridge. Just drink all your Sunny D.
It's like Shepherd Book's hair.
Yeah.
He's still there, waiting.
All the time waiting.
But yeah, it's just,
Where did Kirby come from? He wasn't in this game.
No, but this is the evolution of Phanto.
So he was in multiple games?
Sakurai has never been shy about just sort of taking things from other games, especially his own. And
I mean, as a 30-year a DM of 30 years that keeps a back catalog of every player character or NPC I've ever used, so I can use them again. I am all about this practice.
But yeah, anyway, Sakurai, I think after Smash, he sort of just says, man, I think they'll let me just use anyone and they can't stop me. So
I'm Sakurai.
pretty much. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. That was the earliest one I could think of for me. What about you guys? Was there one earlier for you?
Oh yeah, I have one slightly earlier.
Okay.
It's if you ever played the original Kid Icarus, the frickin' Reaper. I can't find a video for him, unfortunately, but it's just
Well, he had like a fanfare that went along with it, right?
Oh, it was horrifying. It was like screechy and just awful. And he sent these little mini Reapers after you, and it was just like, what is this guy? And it's like you shoot him, he starts freaking out. And if I remember it, it's been decades since I tried. But I don't think you could kill him even.
Well, can't kill the Reaper.
But I did fear the Reaper.
But no. What about you, Looney?
Let's see. Earliest one?
That you can think of.
That I can think of. I'm sure that in Final Fantasy 1, I'm sure there were some mobs that filled me with dread. I think actually, honestly, the Mind Flayers.
Oh, those things are messed up.
In Marsh Cave. I think those freaked me out, because there were a few times where you have a random encounter in Final Fantasy 1, you're like, oh no, I'm hosed. Completely hosed. So, I don't know, I think that'd probably be like one of the earliest ones.
So do you have a video of it? Because like I don't know, like are they just like Mind Flayers like from
That's the thing.
D&D?
I was pulling up videos of later stuff, but I'm like, oh, first thing. Let me see if I can find one.
But yeah, and that's the thing, especially early on, things that just do not give up. That's what made me like fear them the most. Something that just won't stop coming. Because you're just used to, oh, I can go through a door. Like, there's that illusion of video game safety. And when they rip it away from you, it's unpleasant. No, let's see. Another one that, while he's looking for that I remember from, oh wait, did you find it?
I think so. I'm not sure where in this clip it has it, but it's like, this video is called I Hate Mind Flayers, so I imagine there's some fights in there somewhere.
That, logically speaking.
But it's in the Marsh Cave, which is kind of like the first dungeon in Final Fantasy 1 that is just brutal.
Well, if I'm remembering right, isn't every chest a monster as well?
In the Marsh Cave? Maybe? I can't remember.
I can't remember, but I feel like it was like that.
Oh, well, this is the cave with the Lich in it.
What are lava worms? They don't look very lava-y. They look disgusting, though.
See, I haven't found any Mind Flayers yet.
Well, luckily for you.
Instead of looking for Mind Flayers, why don't you try a search for Marsh Cave?
How long's the video? Well, only 22 minutes. You would think they'd show up. It might be towards the end, though, if he hates them. Maybe they got him killed. I love how right now we're just dissecting this stuff. Okay, while he's looking for that, Kamizite, what's the earliest one that you can remember?
Well, I'm going to put one particular one up here, but the fact of the matter is that every single thing in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game.
I forgot about this.
Yeah.
everyone. Like, this is just a Mouser battle, but every
I don't think I ever
mod.
got to the Mouser battle.
I don't think I did either. I was just looking for the Mousers because those would put like everything in this game was just like this game. A friend of mine once said that if you're not having fun, it's not a game, it's work. This game was work from the jump.
I don't know what
Like,
you're talking about. I had fun.
And for some
Yeah.
reason, it had Jason Voorhees as a random mob you could run into. I don't know what that was
There was a
about.
lot of random stuff like that.
Swamp Thing was in there somewhere.
Are you talking about the fire things?
No.
Well, no, that was like the Human Torch, but like there was like a sludge monster in one of the sewer episodes.
Fire freaks.
And of course, the whole like, you know,
But just those unblinking
turtles that can't
eyes.
swim.
Holy crap! They just those
oh yeah,
eyes
I
on
dreaded
that
everything.
Giant, that thing just look right in your soul.
I dreaded everything in this game. Now you said no bosses, right?
That was less the idea, but I'm not really going to be picky.
I mean, you said mobs, and
There are a few bosses that this should work on.
like I've thrown some bosses on here just because, and I will explain those 3. But I've also got 3 other ones. It's just we were talking about the earliest one, and I didn't include that, so I went and I found something. Man, they are really making you work finding that mind flayer, huh?
Looney.
Yeah, all I know is the thumbnail for this one had the Mind Flayer fight in there, but this is the Marsh Cave. It should be in here.
To not.
Well, I was trying to find. There's another actual Final Fantasy. There's the bonus boss is just a random encounter in the final dungeon in this game, the Omega Weapon. I was trying to find that, which was called Mech Warrior.
That's a different game entirely.
Yes,
that's a few different games entirely.
Well, actually, there was Nintendo Power ran a competition that in Final Fantasy 1, if you could take a picture of your game encountering the bonus boss as just a random mob encounter in the final dungeon, that you get a special mention in A Link to the Past, and that's where that one room that if you go through the steps and fall through the hole to get into the special developer room, it has his name in it, the guy who sent in the picture to Nintendo Power.
So wait, there's a Chris Houlihan room in another game too?
Yeah, well was that the one, the Chris Houlihan? Was that the name of the guy?
Yeah, that was the one in Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. Well, it's from if you hit this mob from Final Fantasy 1, took a picture and sent it to Nintendo Power.
I didn't realize it was a Final Fantasy thing.
Yeah, it was Final Fantasy. It's because the bonus boss, like in the later games, and I think even in one of the remakes, they make it a bonus boss that you actually have to go into. But in the first Final Fantasy, like the strongest enemy of the game is just a random encounter, which if you're going through the final dungeon and you just randomly happen to bump into that boss, I mean that enemy, your run's basically over, and you're gonna have to either be lucky, run away, or have to redo the final dungeon again, because if you run into that mob, it will kill you unless you're way over prepared to fight it instead of the final boss.
Well, that's unfortunate.
But that's actually the history of the Chris Houlihan room.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah. So yeah, I was looking up that one too, but yeah, I don't know. But that's probably the earliest like super scary mobs I could think of.
Okay.
So do you want to hear kind of a horror story of one along these subjects?
I will accept a story.
So I think I've mentioned before that one thing that me and Karina J do is that we play Genshin Impact every day. That's just part of our routine. It's something that we started years ago and something we enjoy. In Genshin Impact, there are these things called hulachuls. They are your standard basic, like you meet them in the first area. They are all over the place. Somewhere in this video, they're gonna show you them. not really something that you would think that, would fill you with dread or anything like that. They're these kind of hairy, kind of mask-wearing dudes that are kind of feral and such. Come on, Wendy boy, get to the natural combat. Go, we need to see them. Those guys over there that you see him running up on. Turn back around, bro.
These things?
These guys right here. Yeah. Those guys right there. They are all over the place. They are about as common as you get in this. So, I mean, like, not really along the premise. Like, they are a mob. There are many mobs across the entirety of the map. But, why would this fill you with dread, so to say? Well, for the longest time, it didn't. They were just kind of annoying and they were kind of humorous, kind of like the little, they were the Goombas or the Koopa Troopas of Genshin Impact. Like, they're there, you beat them up, haha, funny, whatever. Well, a few updates ago, we start getting a little background on them. And as it turns out, these Hero Trolls are remnants of a past society. And not just the remnants of a past society. They're basically children who fell ill, died, transformed into these things, and now are immortal and stuck in this form.
Wow, that got dark.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm going through this. It's like, okay, what are we doing? Oh, my God, what is this? Is this what we've been fighting the entire time? It's like, yep, you're fighting immortal children who don't know any better. Hero of the ages.
Yeah, I was gonna so the lore
Like,
is that you're a child murderer.
I mean, like, you don't know this. Like, I was 4. We were 4 years into the game when we found this out. Like, so it's not like it was just like,
Yeah, I'm sure that's
dropped
hold up
on
in front of the judge.
Look, this isn't like when you find out like the Mushroom Kingdom people were turned into the brick blocks that Mario was crushing, which is explicitly explained in the booklet. This was a reveal. They knew what they were doing, and they were trying to traumatize their player base, which they did. So I mean, yeah, like, that's fun, which sparks another question, because there's a few different types. Like, there's like the Hero Trolls, and they come in like various flavors. That some will throw ice, some will throw electric, some will throw fire, and some will throw arrows. And that's not like arrow like wind. That's just like arrow. They don't get a special thing. But then like you run into like little like shaman dudes who like have like some magical powers, like and can like rain dance, like that little guy over there. And like then you've got like big huge ones like that guy over there. Like, what kids were those? Like, what happened to that kid? Like, it's definitely not an adult, because the guy running on the screen is an adult. Very, very weird. Very, very horrifying once you realize that you're basically picking on kids like for the first half of the game. But you've got it because they will also, go aggro and attack you because they're basically mindless savages.
Yeah, if they're children zombies, they're still zombies.
Yeah, exactly. So murdering them is Splice approved. Remember that, everyone. Splice approves you removes you murdering zombie children.
I don't. This man does not speak for me.
This man speaks for me. Splice 2025 at some point, probably.
No. Anyway, Genshin Impact is a little more horrifying than I thought, and I thought it was just the microtransactions.
Oh man, like you, like they turned
That's
a
the
corner
scariest
in the
mob.
in the last 2.5 years. Ugh. Trust me, it's a thing. Anyway, so I mean that's pretty horrifying.
It is pretty horrifying.
Oh man, that actually reminds me of enemies from Parasite Eve 2. They're called the Sucklers.
Ugh.
But
this is just that
Don't
name
like-
gives me
don't-
the heebie-jeebies.
don't like that.
oh yeah, I mean the
Jibba,
name
jibba,
gives you the.
the
But basically, they're. I don't think I can find a video of just them specifically, but they're basically little baby zombies crawling at you, crying like babies, and then when they get close enough to you, they just explode.
Nope. I hated everything about that sentence.
Time
Oh, yeah.
bomb baby, not something I support.
Yeah, they're horrifying, and the first time you run into them, they freak you the heck out. Yeah. I mean, granted, Parasite, it's a zombie game. It's supposed to scare you, but, yeah.
That's interesting because in horror games, the zombies are supposed, well, not the zombie, just everything is supposed to be sort of horrifying. But there are certain mobs that always go a little bit harder. And
I feel like the ones that are meant to just be, like little kids are the ones that are actually the most horrifying because, I don't know, there's something creepier about someone who's supposed to be young and innocent as opposed to an adult.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that perversion of innocence is just horrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, Little Sister from BioShock.
Yeah. So
Little Sister from BioShock.
This was one that I found horrifying. The Witch from Left 4 Dead. Because it plays on your natural desire to help because you hear the crying.
Little girl crying. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just like, oh, someone's in need of help. And then they flip that on its head by making it so that don't go anywhere near her. Just leave her alone. Which is kind of interesting because you can avoid her. In theory. But then...
depending. Often.
Yeah. But then...
Sometimes you can't.
Something happens and you're like, okay... And you have to figure out how you're going to deal with her. Which is, it's interesting because in a game that is so, it's in your face with, how many, everything is coming at you. The Witch just, I don't know. Even though the tank is definitely more worrisome in the gameplay, the Witch, maybe it's just because you can, in theory, avoid her. It makes it so you dread it more because you're trying to play around her a little bit until you're not.
No, I will admit I do think for Lizzie, the tank was scarier than the Witch just because the first time she played, the first time the tank appeared, it didn't come around a corner. It came through a wall that she was not expecting it to.
Well, yeah.
When Kool-Aid, the first time you see it, it's Kool-Aid Manning right next to you. That's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good times. Rad.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But no, the Left 4 Dead was just good. All right. Let's see. What?
I found a video of the War Mech that I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
And it also has the strongest version of the Mind Flayer in there too.
Awesome.
Prove it.
I'll go back a little bit to where...
Ooh, on the bridge.
Yeah, it's on the bridge.
Oh, this fight is brutal.
Wait, is that a Mind Flayer?
That is not the Mind Flayer.
No, that's Dr. W.
Okay.
Though,
that's
I was gonna bring that up with Final Fantasy VII. What that monster is, because actually that monster in every Final Fantasy game that they just killed is terrifying. The Malboros. Well, I guess I could bring it up, but the strongest version of the Mind Flayers right there. Those wizards,
sorcerers.
Those illithids right there. They are terrifying.
Yep, they couldn't call them Mind Flayers for
the Pixel remaster.
For the Pixel remaster, in the original, I do think they called them
the original ones were called
version. Were called Flayers, right? Or were they called MNDFL?
I don't recall exactly.
Mindflayer.
But yeah, they were definitely Mind Flayers, and for any re-releases they had to change it.
But the thing is there's a few different palette swaps of the weakest up to the strongest, and the sorcerer here is the strongest. But then this, of course, is the War Mech. This
fight is absolutely insane, and it's like such a low chance of coming across this guy.
Yeah,
but then he just basically nukes you.
Yeah, and he's the strongest enemy of the game, way stronger in the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
And but it is just a random encounter, technically a mob. But I mean, they made it rare to find it because I think it's just 1 out of 256 to encounter it.
Yeah.
But yes, but taking a picture of this was what Nintendo requested in order to get the Houlihan. What was it called?
Chris Houlihan room.
The Chris Houlihan room. So
Hmm.
Chris Houlihan is the first person to take a picture of Warmech and send it into Nintendo Power,
Okay.
and that's why he got the room named after him.
Yeah, there are some streamers I watch. It's funny because they normally stream together, but they for whatever reason, they each played Final Fantasy separately, just on a sort of a cozy day, while the other was off doing something, and or not cozy day, but a cozy few days. And the first one, everybody was just telling him, "You need to fight this boss on this bridge." And so he's just walking back and forth for forever trying to encounter it. And finally it comes up and he just starts fighting it and it just wipes him out.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like, I feel like y'all were setting me up for this.
Well, yeah, like
And
it's it's one of the final dungeons, and if
Yeah,
you hit that,
but-
you're just hosed, and you're like, oh great, he's stronger in the final boss. I now have to redo that dungeon. Thanks a lot,
Right.
guys.
but he he was like, I feel like y'all were setting me up for this. And then afterwards, the other guy streamed his playthrough and he's just like, I want to watch you fight this thing. Tell me when it happens. If I don't happen to be watching, I want to see you go up against this thing. And it was just like, I want you to suffer the same way I suffered. And of course, the other guy like beat it on his first try. So,
Was this grinding
Nice.
gear?
oh yeah,
So
Nice.
I mean, he probably was prepped for it, but like I said, that first enemy I pulled up, the more modern iteration that's in just about everyone is called Marlboro, which is obviously named after the cigarettes, right? And it has a special ability called Bad Breath, which also is a reference to the cigarettes. And what it does is Bad Breath inflicts, I think, on the whole party. It might depend on the game, but it inflicts
it depends
just
on the game, I
about
think.
every status effect you possibly can have
Oh yeah,
on
It's
your entire
horrible.
party. So when you run across one, you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
But then if you're equipped with a ribbon, because in a lot of the games, ribbons make it so you don't get any status effects. You're like, oh, you're not nearly as scary anymore.
Yes, if you have a ribbon, it becomes significantly less scary. Well, I mean, you didn't. Even if you have a ribbon, it's usually
Yeah.
not on your entire party, but at least at least one person's still alive. Because if you don't have anyone with a ribbon, that can wipe your party if you just suddenly lose
Mhm.
control of everyone.
Well,
And they're all
because
poisoned and they're all confused, and some are like have stone on them. It could just wipe your party.
yeah,
Bad whenever
if
the
you
party
have
gets stoned.
if you have a healer who has Asuna, it's great unless the healer is the one who gets hit, because one of the status effects is silence. And
Yep.
so, which makes it so you can't cast anything, which means they're stuck with it.
So yeah, so those are for me the I guess the scariest mobs from Final Fantasy, and a lot of them span multiple games. Though Warmech has just become the bonus boss in the other games, not a random encounter. But
But you still
But,
dread
yeah.
it.
oh yeah, or worse, psych yourself up for it. I don't know. I psych myself up for those weapons. I still can't beat it on 5. The Omega weapon on 5 is just brutal. But the others 7 and 8 I did, and 10.
See, I've usually lost interest by the time it's time to fight the mega bosses, and I'm just like, I just want to
Yeah,
finish.
I
Oh,
had to
okay.
sacrifice my cards in 8 though. I needed the invincibility items to do it.
So,
Speaking of mega bosses, I have another one.
okay.
So this one actually comes with a fair bit of lore behind it,
Okay.
because the cyberpunk universe is vast and deep. And so when I got to play Cyberpunk 2077, there was one boss who is a mob who you meet a couple of times throughout throughout your journey through Night City, who just absolutely is terrifying, and that is Atom Smasher. Now, Atom Smasher has his roots also in the tabletop game as one of the people of legend. He's basically almost a fully cybernetic, we'll call mercenary, that is nigh unstoppable. And as you can see in the screen, that's the lead up to the final boss battle. But you see him in one of the very opening heists. It's made very apparent that he knows where you're at and just decides not to deal with you then and there. He is also the force that kills Johnny Silverhand initially back in the failed run on Arasaka Tower. I think it's something like 30 or 40 years before the events of the video game itself. They make him out to be a nigh unstoppable monster. So much so that even in the Netflix cartoon, and sorry, spoiler alert, anyone, he basically TPKs the main party at the end of the series.
Dang.
Like,
rude.
He is absolutely unstoppable. And then when they did improvements and they did updates, they made him even more unstoppable just to make sure that you could have a better challenge on a later playthrough.
How kind of
and
them.
as you can see in this boss battle, like, he's unrelenting. Like, it is just basically like cybernetic Jason Voorhees. He is just terrifying. Like, every bit of lore that you find out about him over the course of the game just makes him out to be just like a pure monster, like a complete horror show and a cautionary tale of losing your humanity. But yeah, like, this was a fight that I dreaded the entire game.
So it's interesting the way you describe him. It reminds me. So when I was younger, we've gone over this. My dad got into Doom 2, and strangely, the thing I ended up dreading the most in that game were the Hell Knights. Not because they were like the biggest or baddest, but because their battle cry whenever you encountered them was just this. It was just the loudest one, and it was so sudden it could just, scare you out of your pants. So in Eternal, the Hell Knights are they'll come for you, and they charge right at you and stuff. So they get in your face, but they don't have the biggest health pool, so you can deal with it. Well, in the expansion, their DLC, I should say, they introduced a mob called the Possessor, which basically it'll possess a mob and it'll increase their speed, their health, their attack, like everything about them. And it makes it so that they are so even small things can suddenly become very dangerous. But I had never seen one on a Hell Knight until like this one boss encounter, and one of them comes in immediately possessed, and it's just so fast and so in your face now. It's like, oh no, and I'm just running from it. And even in a game where Doom Guy is motoring in that game, it's faster than you are, and you have to start getting creative with your chain launcher to give yourself just a little bit of space. And it was just one of those things where I'm just like, I didn't expect this one to be the scary thing.
Breakfast would like us to give an honorable mention to Archvile.
Oh, Archviles were, I mean, they're rezzers. And they actually hit pretty hard themselves. But like if one of them gets loose and you don't know where it is, things can get out of hand real quick.
See, there's a different one that I was expecting Breakfast to want to talk about.
Well, I see someone mentioned one that is on our list to talk about.
Go ahead, and if you want to grab it.
What? Which one?
The
This
the
one?
SAX.
Well,
I thought we had it. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, I put this on here because
I mean,
it's
it is
just
kind of a
meant
boss
to
where you
be
run across
terrifying.
it so many times, kind of like the one that Kamizai was talking about. But I mean, just hearing the footsteps. Well, and the thing is this game does such a good job of like making you feel like you've lost all your powers, and you know how powerful you are, especially if you've played the other ones. Like you know what you've lost, and then suddenly to be encountering an enemy that is the embodiment of everything that you've lost.
Yes.
And you also know that it has your weakness, that you now have a weakness that you didn't before, and it can exploit it. And oh my goodness, it just adds that dread in there so much.
Yeah,
No, that's a different
like,
game.
obviously, in all Metroids, except for the first one, you out of nowhere lose your powers, and the bag is spilling, as the trope is. But this one and Echoes, I think, do the best to give an in-game lore reason as to why it happens.
Yeah. Prime, it's just like you got blasted against a wall and oh no, it's broken now.
Yeah, it's just like, okay.
What?
I feel like I've taken bigger hits, but okay.
No, I will admit, even the I guess mobs. Would you count the Metroids in the first game as mobs?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh gosh,
and they're pretty terrifying.
They were terrifying. Holy cow!
Well, and then if you've played Metroid 2 or technically, I just went through AM2R recently.
Nice.
And they're what are they called? Is it the Omega Metroids? It's like the fully evolved Metroids.
I think they're.
I think they're the Omega Metroids.
Well, I think Omega is supposed to just be the queen, right?
No, that's just the queen.
Okay.
I think Omega are the giant ones before her. The one.
Yeah, no, they're scary.
They're huge. They do mega damage. They're just like you get into the room and you're just like, oh no.
No, in Samus Returns, though, I honestly think the Alpha Metroids were the hardest, especially the second one.
Which one were those?
Are the Alpha Metroids the first evolution?
Yeah, the first basic one. I'm more saying that they did a poor job with Samus Returns.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other discussion.
But that's the boss that killed me by far the most in Samus Returns was the second Alpha Metroid. It was just, it was just a pain.
Yeah. Well, and then speaking of Metroid, there's
named the Mind Flayer Pisco Demon in.
That's right. The
remaster.
Pika.
I actually finally saw it since I'm still playing that one video. It does exist.
Yeah. But then speaking of Metroid, there's another one that I had it in here already.
This is a good one.
But
man,
Breakfast mentioned it in chat as well.
Oh my
These
gosh!
freaking ghosts.
These freaking ghosts. Yes, man. Especially when the music would get dark and then the music would come. Oh my goodness, that would freak me out.
Know they're coming.
And they
after a while, you know
even
which rooms.
Even
after a while, you know which rooms.
And even after you're kind of awesome, and you're like,
I have to go through that room. Oh no.
Yeah, even when you're powerful, it's just like they're a pain.
Yeah.
Like even when they're no longer scary, they're obnoxious.
Yes. And so, yeah, just towards the end of the game where you need to go from point A to point B, and you're like, oh no, I need to go through this room. Do I have to? Is there another
Is there
path?
a roundabout route that'll take me longer, but I'd rather do it?
Yeah. But the first time you encounter him, oh my goodness, it scares.
Well, and just the concept
gives you the willies.
That first when in
the
Super
Undead
Metroid.
Chozo.
when that Chozo statue stands freaking up.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Well, and the thing that might be extra scary when you think about it, like the fridge logic of the Chozo ghost, it's like, is this someone Samus knew as a child?
Well, the
Probably
Chozo ghost
not.
on Talon 4, she wouldn't have known.
Yeah, probably not.
But
Yeah.
there's still trauma built into that, though. Just the idea that, hi, you're literally fighting the ghosts of your past. Have
Mhm.
fun with that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Now, notice she doesn't,
Oh, Yo-Yoshi, the gloom
down.
hands. That's a good answer. I didn't think about that one. I was thinking about different hands in the Zelda universe.
If you want to
but
go ahead and get started.
I will.
Because I think we're going to be doing a detour to the Legend of Zelda series.
Yeah, where was it? It's here it is. But I was thinking of the Wall Masters. They're in most of them. I mean, it's in the first, and it's in Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time. But my goodness, Wall Masters, they always freak you out, especially because it's not so much that they're scary, but the level of inconvenience they cause for you. I mean, it's ominous, and they're freaky looking, but when they actually grab you and pull you out of the dungeon, I can't remember in Ocarina of Time, do they pull you completely out of the dungeon?
I don't think it's out of
remember.
the dungeon. I think it pulls you like to the last door or something.
The last door? Because I think in Link to the Past, it pulled you out of the dungeon, didn't it?
I know in OG it did.
In OG it did? Yeah. It's like...
It did in Link to the Past. They dropped from the ceiling.
Yeah, and it's just like if you get grabbed by one, you're like, no! I have to do the dungeon over again. Well, I mean, not do the... I have to, go back through the dungeon.
Except in at least the original game, you had to fight all of the enemies again, and it essentially felt like you're doing it from scratch.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you don't have to go get
any
new
of your
kit.
consumables.
Yes.
And so, like, the ominous of the hand falling down, and the fact that it is just a giant hand that grabs you is freaky.
Yeah.
And then having to do the dungeon again, it's just, the worst.
See, the what? No, keep going.
I mean, while we're in Zelda really quick, the one that did, I noticed someone put this up here, the
I put it up.
Redeads.
Yep.
They're less scary in the, make you redo a dungeon, but the sound
That
it
shriek.
makes. Oh, and then of course when they just suddenly grab on you and start munching on your head.
Well, they freeze you so you can't move, and then they just keep moving so slowly towards you. And it's just like the inevitability because you know what's happening.
And then they climb and start biting your head. And
the thing is, this isn't even the scariest version of the Redeads.
No?
The ones in Wind Waker, man.
Oh, gosh. I forgot about these. I blocked this. The Demon Sazed.
I don't remember them scaring me as much, but that might just been because I was older at that point. But yeah.
But it's just the design. Look at that thing.
The design is freaky, for sure. Those are terrifying looking.
Like, I will say, the Redeads in Ocarina of Time, they have more of the shock factor because they're a new enemy.
Right.
And so we've never had to deal with them before. So when they freeze you, you're just like, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Which is why
the first time you see him, if I remember right, is when you come out of the Temple of Time.
Yes. Yep. So it's your first experience in the world of ruin, so to speak.
And you're just like, what happened to this world?
You can see them as a kid if you
go
can
into the
see graveyard.
Them. You can see them.
Yeah.
But they're just, oh gosh, they're awful.
Well, and the fact that they come at you when you're in a town, you're at the Temple of Time, you think, oh, that's a pretty safe place, right? But no, it's not. I'm curious, what's the difference between these and Gibdos?
Wrapping.
Mummy. Yeah, I was gonna say the packaging.
The Gibdos are vulnerable to fire,
but they still scream and freeze you, right?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
In Ocarina of Time, they also have more health, if I remember right. So you have to like wail on them to get them to go away.
So yeah, so Legend of Zelda actually does have quite a few of the monsters that are
Oh well,
freaky beyond imagination.
this one is the one that always horrified me.
Oh, good call. Yes.
The reason the likes are awful though is like they're not going to kill you. They will destroy your shield though.
Yes,
And those shields are expensive. Not expensive, but they cost rupees.
the fact that they, destroy some of your permanent equipment is very annoying.
And it's useful equipment.
Your defensive permanent equipment.
Yes. And like some of them are scarier than others. This one wasn't quite as scary, especially because even if it ate your shield, if you took it down, it'd give it back if you took it down fast enough.
Which is also what happened with the Ocarina of Time. I think they sort of realized, like, yeah, this is terrifying, but this is a bit
This isn't
much.
fun.
And so they toned it down.
Give you a chance to get it back, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially because like the way things work in the future games, it's like if they take your if they destroyed in theory your Hylian shield, it's like I don't have another one of those.
You can buy you can no in Ocarina of Time you can buy the Hylian
Yeah, you could
shield.
buy another in Ocarina.
That's
I
at
thought
the
there
store.
was limited supply.
I don't think so. In fact, I think they do eat the Hylian shield, don't they?
They do, but once you kill it, you can get it back.
But the thing is, like, there's also like the fire enemies in Ocarina of Time that will destroy your Deku shield.
Yeah, fire Keese will wreck your Deku shield. Yeah.
I mean, anything that sets you on fire can take out your Deku shield.
Which is why the Deku shield sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the Hylian shield does not, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm not positive about that.
Gold Skulltulas initially didn't freak me out, but the Skulltula house did.
Yes.
Well, that's because they're half Skulltulas.
Yeah.
But they're half people.
They're friendly, but they freak me out, man.
Well, it's because they've hit the uncanny valley where it's just like, it looks almost familiar, but
they're fully in
destroyed.
The middle of a John Carpenter's The Thing transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, which is understandable that they request you please get all the Gold Skulltulas so you can remove this horrifying curse from us. And you're like, okay, I'll do it because I don't want you. I don't want more
you looking at
horrifying
me
for you than me. So let's fix this.
Yeah, well, especially because it's gonna be really awkward when you get rid of it for one, and then the others are like, "Hey, so did you get the others yet?" No, not yet. Oh, if it's not too much trouble, I'd really like that. It's just gonna be really awkward every time you go in. Didn't you need? Weren't the Skulltulas tied to actually being able to use the Rumble Pack or something?
In which game?
In Ocarina of Time.
Well, you had the Stone of Agony, which looked like a Rumble Pack, and if you had it equipped, your Rumble Pack would rumble. It was one of the first games that used the Rumble Pack.
I thought the Stone of Agony came from the stones, though, didn't it?
That might be how it actually worked, but I do know there was some feature tied to that.
Because like Ocarina of Time was the game they were trying to advertise the Rumble Pack.
I think Star Fox.
Star Fox was. It came with Star Fox.
But yeah, the fact that they did advertise the Stone of Agony, which, not a way to make things sound fun.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Agony is fun.
Was it for the Gold Skulltulas or was it for something else?
I think it was like the second or third one, if memory serves me correct.
For some reason, I could have sworn it was from the.
Okay, I really don't like this version of it where you see him like struggling in their mouth. Like that's
I mean, but
that's not fun.
that's what actually happens.
Yes, and I don't like seeing it. Like maybe that just shows I'm soft, but
Yep.
I don't think this is a ridiculous request on my part. All right. Another one that was on the list that I wish to bring up about was, I think, everyone's shared trauma.
Oh, the
frickin'
eel.
Unagi. Just because the music, the level music for this is so nice, relaxing, and then you come
I'm
down
gonna eat you.
and you just see that, and it's just like, what? And it's like, yep, this is a thing, and it's like, yeah, you need to get it to come out of the hole.
Not to mention that wasn't there a star on its tail?
Yes.
Yes, there was.
And it doesn't help that in the middle of, like, this is the first time having to do anything in a 3D swimming environment, and it's like, hey, follow him and get the star on the tail. And it's not easy.
And don't drown.
Yeah.
Oh
On
yeah, you
top
have to
of
brush
everything.
this one's teeth, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Which is also not fun.
He's got those hippo teeth.
And devil eyes.
A bird is not my doppelganger.
But no, the if someone could move it forward, let's see. The ones in Super Mario Odyssey, they've given it an updated look, and they're even more terrifying now because they're a little more realistic.
Those eyes, they've got like human eyes.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It upsets me.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, that happened.
Oh, hey, it's a Mario Maker costume.
One of
It's the Mario
movies.
Maker.
But yeah, anyway, that I just remember the first time seeing it and just feeling that existential dread of seeing those eyes.
He's gonna eat me.
I mean, it says
Yeah.
something that it shows up in the Mario movie, so it clearly made an impact.
Yeah, no, that's true.
There's always a bigger fish.
Indeed.
My goodness,
Someone here
but-
has Mass Effect, and I don't know who
Yep,
did that,
that's
but
me.
I want to talk about it. Okay, go ahead.
Well, this is just in general the husks, because unlike everything else in the husks or in Mass Effect, the husks are Soylent Green. They're made of people.
All right.
And like, I just remember playing Mass Effect 1 and coming across like the spires of impaled people, and then them just becoming like zombies of some kind or something. And don't get me wrong, there was a lot of existential dread going on in Mass Effect as well. But the husks, because again, you're dealing with you. Oh, Priestley, you died. All right. Anyway,
Spoilers, yo.
I don't even think he like. It's been like
I don't
forever,
remember.
but I'm pretty sure like he died between Mass Effect 1 and 2. Like, I don't think he actually got an on-screen death.
I thought he died at the beginning of 2.
Yeah, I think he died at the beginning
Maybe.
of 2.
When the Normandy is destroyed.
That's right. You are correct. But like, I put specifically on there because again, we're talking about mobs and the husks. You know, at one point in one of the games, you go to a husk plant where they're making them in mass. So, yeah, Mass Effect.
Oh
So again, like
man.
I mean, and again, there's a lot you could talk about at Mass Effect that
yeah.
that fits into this. But I feel like the Husks, out of all of them, like fits the mold the best.
Yeah. I don't
You're
really
not
have a
wrong.
follow-up. These things were just terrifying.
And they weren't that hard to beat, but it was just like, oh, it's the same thing like the Huratrolls. Oh, I'm killing people.
Yep.
You know what? That actually reminds me of Xenogears, one of the Fitz class of monsters, which is a very similar concept of the wells.
Wells aren't people.
So wells spelled Wels, and
The Welsh?
in this game, these are
Save the whales.
these actually are essentially zombie people, but I guess the big bad in Xenogears is boy, how much spoilers do I want to give on this one? But
You can give
Essentially,
all of them, I'm
they-
never gonna play it.
Like again, how old is Xenogears? Like if you haven't played Xenogears at this point, you're not going to play it, and you can't be mad at people for spoiling it.
fair enough. So
I'm not going to say you're not going to play it, but you still can't be mad at it. Like I haven't played it. I do intend to play it, but I'm okay with like I can't be mad at spoilers.
But basically, an evil supercomputer that is trying to make itself God in order to repair itself, and it decided to use humanity as parts. And so,
I just hear stuff like this and I just start laughing of like, if I tried to explain this to my mother,
oh my gosh, yeah.
she'd be like, huh, everything the crazy people said about video games was true.
Well,
Well,
Yeah. but basically,
I wouldn't say even that, but
this evil supercomputer can basically turn people into zombies so it can absorb it for parts, but as they're zombies they are basically freaky evil zombies made of people that they will wreck you, and the concept is terrifying. They're very similar to the Husks from Mass Effect. So as soon as you mentioned it, it reminded me of an even older game.
The other thing about the Husks that just reminded, like, I think what made them so terrifying is how fresh they looked. Like,
Yeah.
they were fresh.
Yeah.
Well, they were like space tech zombies with glowy bits.
Yeah. And I just remember the first time, like you said, it's also just how they get made. The frickin' pikes they put them on.
Yeah.
So it's like, not only are you now a zombie, you went out in one of the just worst ways possible.
Yeah, no, I will admit that is a different, because both in Parasite Eve and in Xenogears, it's kind of like a latent zombieism that's already in your DNA that gets activated, as opposed to a giant spike impaling you and injecting you with nanomachines that turn you into zombies. Yeah, there is a difference there for sure.
It's the Borg.
Yeah, if the Borg like injection thing was the size of a flagpole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like, at least the Borg had the decency to miniaturize the tech. And they're just like, how about big, giant, terrifying spikes?
Man, Yoshi's come up with idea after idea. Holy cow. But I do like how he did mention
Leviathans from Subnautica. That's a good one.
But man, I mean, he was bringing up all the Tears of the Kingdom, because Tears of the Kingdom added the tradition of Zelda with a lot more scary monsters. Like this one, where you're like, oh, it's a tree. I'm going to go chop down a tree for some wood. And you go up to the tree and, okay, get out of the menu, mister. Walk up to the tree, gosh dang it. And the tree just jumps out of the ground.
Like I see this and I'm just thinking, surrender, Dorothy.
And so
Gonna
yeah,
start
it just
chucking apples at me.
comes out of the ground and just slams itself at you.
I seem to recall there was some like, wasn't there some like advertising campaign with like these laughing trees for like candy or something?
What?
I gotta find this now. Keep going.
So yeah, it's just I mean, after a while, when you come to expect them, you're like, okay, those just probably got some trees, so I'm gonna be careful.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting,
but
if
it
you
now
use
it
the
now
axe,
gets you questioning reality is the issue.
it gets you. It's true. It makes you afraid to approach all the trees. But like the first time it happens, you're not expecting it because you've never seen a tree just flat out attack you. And yeah, Tears of the Kingdom also added an even scarier version of the Wall Master called the
Yes.
Gloom Hands. And
I didn't even
you
play
haven't
the
seen
game.
this before, have
Yes,
you, Splice?
I
Oh,
have.
these things.
Oh, you have?
They're
I-
so fast. The music's playing, and it's like frantic.
I watched
Get away,
a
get away,
lot
get away, get
of,
away.
so while I had no interest in playing the game, I had a lot of interest in the contraptions people made.
That's true.
And so I
We
watched
watched
a lot of content.
of those.
And the number of times things would backfire and people would get sent down to the, I don't know, the gloomy area. And then you just see people, oh no, like as though these things are just coming for them. This backfired horribly.
So yeah, the Gloom Hands are even worse than the Wall Masters were, honestly.
Well, it's because it's the same thing we were talking about with the Hell Knight, where it just suddenly it's just like, I'm coming for you, man, and I am fast and I will not stop, so you better think quick.
Because like the Wall Masters were really annoying, but once you experienced it once or twice, you knew how to avoid them. Whereas like those ones, unless you've prepared ahead of time, like, okay, I'm gonna get air here so I can pull out the bow. Like, unless you're prepared for it, it's just run and hope you're fast enough.
In a similar note, there's also in Breath of the Wild,
Oh yeah.
the very first time you come across a guardian is just utterly terrifying. Especially because the music becomes that frantic piano.
Yeah. Well, like, and you'd seen one
and
before.
it just comes up and it just says, I'm going to break you.
Well, it's like the first time you see one, it's like it's still, so you're like, okay, so it's like some turret that I need to avoid. But then when you get off of the plateau and you run across this one, you're like, oh my goodness, it can chase me. Oh,
Coming
no.
at you with the Doc
no.
Ock hands.
Yeah. Now, I will admit, after beating the game once and have dealt with them, you're like, okay, I know I'm, super weak, but I know what game you're playing, and I'm gonna take you on with a pot lid. And I love how that actually is a piece of lore. Was it in Breath of the Wild or was it in Tears of the Kingdom where you could find a lore where a guardian? It must have been in Breath of the Wild, but I think in one of Zelda's journals, where it actually mentions Link taking one on with just a pot lid. It's like, oh, they anticipated us getting good at fighting these things.
Yeah, after a while, like I've seen some videos like this one, and it's just kind of nuts.
Which, this is the version of Link we all imagine we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although the coolest one I saw is where he like comes up on a horse, flips off. Whoa, I don't remember this
Whoa.
part.
Dang, okay.
Jeez Louise, just trapping him in his own personal hell.
But the best one I saw,
Walk away.
the best one I saw, he came riding up on a horse, jumped off, just like nailed him with a dozen arrows. Just took him down, walked away, and as it explodes, he pulls out the camera and does the little peace sign, takes a picture.
Okay, I will admit that's cooler than the ones I've done. I've done the whole, okay, all I'm equipped with is a pot lid and nothing else, and I'm gonna walk up to you and wreck you. But nothing beats the slow away walk from the explosion. So this guy wins.
Congrats, random person on the internet. You won.
Yes, Splice will give you a prize.
And by prize, I mean kudos.
And money, maybe.
No, I do not have money.
No, again,
There's
Tacoma
a
people.
long line of people who get that money before random people on the internet.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, like the Tacoma people gave me a city.
Okay, you need to stop referencing lore that you made up in my own general chat that no one listening will understand.
You need to be in your general chat more so that you can
As
stop me from
if
making
that
up
would
stuff.
stop you.
I mean, it wouldn't, but you'd at least know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't want the illusion of like control. It ruins things. Anyway, let's see. We're on black screen.
So I've got
Okay.
another one.
Also, Petrivka looks like
then
he
it's
might be
starting
jumping in
one.
here.
Oh, Petrivka's is here. Go for it.
Oh, well, I mean, I already started playing this one, but in the Castlevania series, there are the Medusa heads.
Freaking Medusa heads.
Yeah, right?
From the very first game.
Well, no, Petrivka isn't in here, but I noticed him in the Watch Everyone, so that's
Oh,
where
got it.
They're annoying
got
in every game. So, in the Metroidvania ones, instead of, like, in the first one, they make you fall to your death just because there's so much platforming. But since there's no, instant death places to fall, they got a bit more creative. Now, if a Medusa head touches you, you get turned to stone. Which, if you notice here, there's a trap because there's a treadmill that drops you into spikes. So every time you get touched by a Medusa head, you're gonna fall into the spikes, and it's just such a pain to get through them.
There's something to be said for the mobs that just move in really odd ways.
I mean, that is they just move in a sinusoid, so it's not that odd, but
compared to everything else, and especially compared to the types of weapons you have.
Yeah, it's like you can predict their movement, but not as well as you'd like to. And they're just hard to... I mean, they're hard to avoid, and they're hard to hit. Yeah.
There's just something to be said for things that move in a way that you can't deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
super annoying.
I just did another playthrough of VVVVVV, and there are certain sections where the enemies are just made to mess you up. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Splice.
Oh no, it was fine. It was sort of like the same thing as like, why is Phantom so like such a problem? He also just moves in this really weird way compared to everyone else. He does like it's just everyone else feels like they're part of the same game. Then he shows up, and it feels like he's part of a different game almost.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And that's what happens with like again with Medusa and things like that. There's just a certain otherness to how they move that makes it feel like they don't belong.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're a staple of all Castlevania.
Yeah.
Yep. Have any of y'all played Ico?
No.
I have
Yes.
only heard
Yes,
of
I have.
it and know of it.
I've heard
from
of it, but
Penny
no, I
Arcade
haven't played it.
Comics.
Now that you mention Ico, you mean every enemy in that game?
Pretty much.
Single one?
They're just creepy as all get out. They're these shadow creatures that look like children that just are utterly horrifying.
Well,
And
at least at this point in the game, he's got the right weapon to deal with them.
Right.
Because
But
when
it's
all
just-
you have is a stick,
Yeah, you start off where the only weapon you have is a stick.
and it's not very effective.
I don't understand. That's how
against
you
them.
beat Ganondorf easiest.
But just like, look at the way they move. It's so just
No.
disturbing. It's
Well,
wrong.
and the way they deal is they're trying to kidnap the person. I mean, the entire game's an escort mission.
Yes.
And these shadows
Although a much
appear,
better escort quest than usual.
Oh yes. It's not a bad escort quest. It's actually a well done one. But the way they attack for the most part is they grab the person that you're trying to protect and pull her away.
Like
And you're trying to beat them off with a stick. Now, once you actually get this sword, you feel powerful and awesome.
Yes.
But before you have this sword, they're just oh man.
But they move in, and it's just like, some will come in and start pestering you and poking at you and knocking you over, while others go and grab the girl. And it's just like they actually attack in coordinated ways sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the most horrifying thing I've heard.
Well, this guy's just cheesing him, so it's
Yeah.
not
This is a
really-
cheesing video, but I just wanted to, like, I was talking more about the way they look and move.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So.
I can't say I'm a fan.
I mean, just like
I
they
mean,
don't
you're
have wings; they just flap with their hands, and it makes them fly. And they've and they look like you. That's the other thing.
Which makes you wonder if there are like other children with the horns that were sacrificed the way they tried to sacrifice you.
Mm-hmm.
Or
It
if
also
by
makes you
system
wonder
was
if this
seeing
is,
you.
or is this your eventual fate?
Yeah, because it does kind of
This
give
is
that
what happens when you get
Stalfos feeling.
tired of escorting
Is this
this
like the
girl.
conspiracy theory that all of the boos in Super Mario are just Marios that have died, and their lives have been sacrificed somewhere along the line?
Sacrifice me.
I'm not sure I heard that, but that's kind of interesting. Well, I mean, the thing is, in this game, it actually makes it very clear in the opening moments that, they if a boy is born with horns, they need to be sacrificed at this place in order to appease whatever god that they're afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like literally part of the story. And so when all the enemies are these shadow monsters that also have the horns, it just like, ooh.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, all games by Team Ico, the developers who did this, like it,
They also did
have
Shadow
this.
of Colossus, didn't they?
They did Shadow of the Colossus
Correct.
and The Last Guardian. And it's just, like they've got this sort of otherworldly, eerie feel to them. Shadow of the Colossus absolutely has it.
I need to play that one. I got the dual pack on the PS4 of the remake.
Have you not played it?
Shadow of the Colossus? I have not. I've played
I
Eco.
think you will love it.
I have not played Shadow of the Colossus. It's on my 2 playlist, and I bought a copy, so I can. I just haven't.
Yeah, I think it'll be right up your alley.
Honestly, it looked like it'd be more fun than Eco was.
Yes, it is. It's a different kind of thing because Ico is more of an escort quest / exploring this castle, and Shadow of the Colossus is basically a series of bosses.
It's a boss rush.
Yeah.
No, it's not a rush. It's just a because there's a lot of exploration and gorgeous scenery between each boss. But yeah, anyway.
I have kind of a different one that I dreaded, or at least in a different kind of terms of dreaded.
Okay.
So, I was never really big into the MMO scene. Like, I've always referred to World of Warcraft as, maybe the prettiest girl at the dance, but maybe not the smartest kind of deal. It just wasn't. I played it for a little while, wasn't me. But a game I was all about in the MMO, the only MMO really I've kind of stuck with, was City of Heroes. And in City of Heroes, there was one, once you got to a certain level, there was one major event, which was a nightly event that you went to. And that was the Hamadon raid. So what was the Hamadon? The Hamadon was pretty much the in-game content that was there in City of Heroes for the longest time. It was this great big alien blob. And when I tell you that this event was basically a server-wide nightly event, like at least on Justice server where I hung out, everyone on the server, 9 p.m. Central, go to if you were of appropriate level, you go to the Hamadon raid, you sit there, you let your tanks go up and do the deal. Everyone else goes, and that's how you got like the epic loot. It was and oh my god, the monsters themselves aren't that bad, because when you have, say, something in lieu of 200 people in the same spot, they can't really hurt you. Not really. If you've got enough healers, like there's enough heals that are being
Yeah.
spammed out at that point that nothing.
There's just a wall of death in front of them.
It's not even the wall of death which is why I put this mob on this list. It is what happens to your frame rate when you have that many people spamming that many animations at that many bad guys, and the overarching Hamadon, which pretty much takes up that entire area as well. It was a slog every night. Like I know that, and the whole, City of Heroes died, but somebody slipped the code out and it's been in secretly being played by the elite few for years, and like 3 years back, like they made it available to everyone again. I would love to see how like that would play on like some modern hardware and see if it got any better.
Well, so it's funny you mentioned that is because it's kind of a version of that did happen because of WoW Classic. There was this famous boss Cthulhu who at the time someone did a number crunch and said, okay, let's say in theory you got the best of everyone in the world at each position doing their best rotation, and they showed with math how it was utterly impossible to beat this boss. But when they came out with WoW, they ended up having to patch it because they were right. The funny part is WoW's current game director was the guy who made that post. He slowly moved up the chart. But anyway, so when the new when Classic came out, people were like, don't patch it. We want to try it without the patch, which are like, well, but it was mathematically impossible, I thought. It was for the best raiders at the time. But those best raiders at the time were not as, like, they didn't have computers as good. They didn't have internet connections as good. And players now are just better than the ones back then because they have, however many years of experience raiding. And so they're just better than they used to be. And sure enough, they were able to take him down no problem. But it was just, it was an interesting, like your theory about you'd like to see what modern people could do with modern hardware. And yeah, you're right. They'd be able to handle it better.
I would also like to see like this game get a resurgence. Like, I don't know, the other hero games that have been available, Champions, DC Online, I never got into. This was always my jam.
I tried DC Online but couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I mean, like this really kind of hit it for me, but I also, like, my best friend was playing. We got into like a group called Team Awesome. That was all our group, but it was, nothing like, no other MMO really hit it for me like this did.
Well,
I guess also because like I think also that was also because at the time that the market was so saturated with fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
This stood out on its own as, for the longest time, the only hero game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and even when Champions Online came about, this was the superior product.
Well, there's something to be said for
Now I have a question, because there's City of Heroes, but there was also City of Villains. Were they the same game, or were like did they share servers, or
they were different games that you could play in concert? And like one subscription got you access to the both, as long as because you paid for City of Heroes and then you subbed, and then you paid for City of Villains and then you subbed.
So they were different clients even. They weren't just like an expansion or anything.
Right. They were different clients, and eventually they fused into down the line to where you could play a hero, you could play a villain, you could switch sides, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
The other part about
two games that eventually merged into one.
I mean, like you could turn eventually. They did and merged into one as kind of a
Okay.
misnomer. There's the
Got
hero
it.
side, there's the villain side, and then once you get those up, there's a side where you can commingle as heroes and villains, and switch sides and so on and so forth. I will say though, one of the things that does get kind of looked over with this game is that this game started life as Marvel Online. And at the last minute, Marvel pulled the licensing for it. And they basically just had to make up their entire roster of characters like on the fly.
Well,
So
that
it is like
probably worked
Warcraft.
out better for them money wise.
Probably did. But I mean, like, it was just like to tell my friend, the way my friend Jake told it, was like, yeah, like it was so last minute, like, they had to. Marvel basically couldn't get mad at them because they didn't have enough time to pull some of the costume pieces that were very clearly homages to Marvel characters, like the Wolverine hairstyle and stuff like that. So,
like Spoderman.
yeah.
Get me pictures of Spodermen.
Spoderman or Spodermon?
No, it's
Okay,
pronounced Spoderman.
Spoderman.
Splice, place, Splonus. Not quite.
I don't even know what we're doing anymore.
He's doing a Pokemon evolution for Splice.
Ah,
I was trying to go for J. Jonah Jameson with
Oh.
Spoderman comment, but
Oh, got it.
I like that version though.
I thought Splice said his head. He thought he was Eagle Eye Cherry, but he's Eagle Splice Cherry, trying to get out his hit single Splice tonight.
oh,
That is such a niche reference. I can't do anything but be impressed.
no, I will admit you bringing up MMOs did remind me of something. It was more amusing than scary, though.
Okay.
Guild Wars, I think 1 and 2, but they decided to make a random mob be a super strong enemy that's just a bunny, the legendary white bunny, as a
Run away!
as a reference to Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I recently went to like literally like last week. I went to a viewing of Monty Python and the Holy Grail where John Cleese was doing a question and answer.
Oh, nice.
Yep. A free ticket that my pal just like said, like, hey man, I know you've had a tough month. I got a free ticket if you want to go see Holy Grail on Wednesday. It's like, yep, sure, that sounds cool. John Cleese is going to be there. Then absolutely, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, like at that point, it's just a question of what do I have
Like,
to
is he gonna
drop?
Like, I know, like, it was like, is he going to be there like with us, or is like he a part of the event? Because he's like, oh, with us. Like, oh, that's cool. But no, it was a question and answer. We watched the movie, and basically he answered a bunch of questions, but you had to make sure that they were rude.
Sounds
The
like John
questions
Cleese.
had to be rude.
What
Yes.
was it?
No
There was something I was-
questions allowed.
There was something
Also,
I was watching.
He was wearing Vorpal bunny slippers.
There was something I was watching recently. I don't remember what it was, but apparently John Cleese was almost cast as, and that's what I can't remember. Dadgummit. Because it was one of those, that would have made things very, very different.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, it's right on, it's like almost in my head, but not quite. Oh, well, I'll
that's a
think of
shame.
it probably at like 3 this morning.
And then we will all jump back on so that he can tell us.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's not happening.
And that means everyone who's listening right now, you have to jump back on too. We'll send out the alert. Splice
There will
has a
be no
pager
alert.
system.
There's no pager system. But let's see. Where was? Oh, we're back here. Okay.
Well, I just figured to have something playing. Though
Yeah.
I see one that has, I'm not sure who put it, but one we haven't done yet.
Okay.
Oh, that's
it.
what it was. The Princess Bride, he was almost cast as the impressive clergyman.
Oh, okay. Oh, as in the So he had
Mowage.
Mowage. Yeah.
Ah, Jurassic
Oh, no, no.
Park.
You would have
No.
been good for that.
No. It was the one I was thinking. It was in Community. He was almost cast as Pierce.
Oh, wow.
Pierce probably would have lasted longer on the show had
Yeah,
it been
well,
Pierce.
so might Dan Harmon. So might the show in general.
Yeah,
Who
well, I mean,
knows?
like Chevy Chase, man, like he's the real existential doom.
Yeah, well.
Okay, no, Jurassic Park, man. This game
Yep, I put this
What-
one on.
This game was terrifying.
The Raptor. Well, because like when you go inside buildings, it puts you into first person mode. And
Oh.
on the SNES, I don't know what they did to make it work. It had surround sound capability.
Wait, what?
I don't know exactly how it worked. I didn't have it, but there was surround sound was a sound option in the game options.
How it? Okay.
And so
How do you
would go
output that
you
from
would
the
go
set?
through I don't know how it worked, but you would go through the room, and sometimes when you got close to a wall, if there's a raptor on the other side of that wall, you would hear the raptor just like horrible sounds.
Oh man.
And it just made it took the freak factor up a notch. And then of course there's the rooms where you go in and you have to use the night vision goggles, and so the raptors are trying to sneak up on you.
Oh man, I only played the Game Boy version of this game that had no first person mode. Holy cow, that makes this way more terrifying.
So yeah, when you're inside of buildings, it goes into first person mode.
Oh.
And you're controlling this with an SNES controller.
So tank controls. Yep.
Oof. Yeah, that'd be scary with raptors coming at you.
Now, fortunately, the dinosaurs
seem
don't
to
really
be-
they don't activate until you get close enough. And
they
so
don't seem
once
to be
you have
chasing you too much, so
well, the thing is, once you have enough powerful ammo, then the game gets a lot less scary. But when you start off, you've got nothing, and they are absolutely terrifying because you can't kill them until you get close enough. But then eventually there's the rocket launcher and there's the explosive bolos. And once you're stocked up on ammo for that, then you're fine.
you know, I don't remember that many rocket launchers in the movie.
You know?
Oh, you didn't watch the extended cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad. But man, Lizzie loves this movie. I need to get the extended cut with
I'm just kidding
Explosive.
about it.
explosive bolos and rocket launchers.
Yeah. It's the director's cut, actually. Unrated.
But no, this game, even out in the main world, like
Uh-huh.
Because-
Oh, they're even scarier in the main world, I think.
well, it's cause of the fact that they literally jump out of the bushes at you.
Mm-hmm.
Clever girl.
Yep.
Well, and then of course there are the sections where the T-Rex comes out and just starts chasing you. You're just like, oh no. No, this game, I love this game. It is not without its major flaws, but I still love this game.
The soundtrack is not one of those flaws.
Oh no.
The soundtrack is incredible.
Here we go with the night vision.
Where, like, you can't see from one into the other.
Right.
Oh, man.
I don't know how they got this to work on the Super Nintendo.
On the Super Nintendo hardware.
Mode 7.
But even with Mode 7, Ain't
Yeah.
Nothing did this.
They sold their soul.
Might have.
There was also, yeah. Well, it's interesting also because there were like a bunch of different Jurassic Park games that came out, and every single platform they were on was different. Like the Genesis version of Jurassic Park, it was a full-on like side scroller, and you could play as Grant or as a raptor.
Wait, what? Okay.
Yeah. No, like you could start the game as Grant, or you could start the game as a raptor trying to escape.
Huh.
But like,
It also
so
feels
it's
like that you're saying that Jurassic Park is frightening in the dark.
all the dinosaurs are running wild.
What a crummy weekend this has been.
Someone shut the fence off in the rain.
It was Splice. Splice shut the fence on the rain because he wanted to plug in his phone.
I can't believe this is the reference that happened here.
Why?
Weird.
Why? It is the best reference for right here.
It's the fact that when I started this, you know, I just didn't expect Weird Al to get brought up. That's all.
What, again, like what is the purpose of this podcast?
I mean, isn't Weird Al the scariest mob out there?
I love
I mean,
the way the dinosaurs explode.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're
they're
shooting them with
going-
rocket launchers.
They're going.
I
for
mean, everyone knows
realism.
dinosaurs are combustible. Like, why do you think gasoline is so combustible? Because the dinosaurs were combustible.
So
Oh,
the idea of a
well
combustosaurus
played.
is hilarious.
Well played.
The idea of what?
Of a combustosaurus is stupid and fun.
Like, it doesn't explode in like a gory way. It just explodes as if it were explosives.
And then it's the Daffy Duck. It's the Daffy Duck thing. I can only do it once.
To be fair, their processing power was going to other things.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like everything.
Everything. Well, I know we've got a long list still here. I've only got 2 more myself, but we don't even have to get to them. Those are like
Well,
the extra
most of the
bonus
ones in there, it looks like,
I think
are
we've done most of them.
are Left 4 Dead.
Well,
I know one that is yours because it's a boss
Go-
fight you've mentioned before.
yeah, go ahead and bring it up.
So, Raphael, we'll bring it up. We don't have to bring up the Star Wars Fallen Order thing. Just it was on topic and more zombies. This is one of the best boss fight in the game, by the way. If you're playing Baldur's Gate 3, this is just the best. Like, it's musical. The voice actor for the guy is singing. But the reason why this causes dread, because this is the payoff for the lead up. Because this happens in Act 3. So you are at least 40 to 80 hours in. This jerk right here shows up and starts making promises to you 2 hours into the game. Oh, I'm going to get that tadpole out of your head. Oh, don't you worry. I can give you everything that you want. I just need just a little tiny, just barely an inconvenience to you, just your soul. And if you don't want to give it to me, well, that's the best price you're going to get right now, because from here it's going to go down. And he is just kind of relentless. And every chapter you go to, you run into this jerk. He's sitting there and he's just telling you, well, you can give me this or you can give me that. You know what? No, as a matter of fact, I don't want your soul. I want you to get me this artifact. It's of no consequence to you. In fact, it's the artifact that will probably be your doom. But if you give it to me, you don't need to worry about what I'm going to do with it. I just need it. I want it. And I will fix you if you get it to me. Relentlessly pitching over and over and over and over and over again until finally you have to go into his realm. He's a demon, by the way, if it hasn't been made very apparent. He is the prototypical deal with a devil type. You go to his realm, the House of Hope, which is basically a sort of hell in and of itself. And basically you're tasked with just finding your contract, finding other people's contract, because you can recruit people like that jerk right there, that big tall drink of water, who you have to basically trick or fight into. If you trick him, you have a chance of recruiting him to your party in this fight. But this is like, again, I don't think I'm telling any tales out of school or doing too much in spoilers. The real overarching villain are the mind flayers, but this is the battle right here. This is the pinnacle of it, and you dread it because he's a smart villain. You can cheese it, but like, he is no pushover. You have to do very specific things in very specific orders before you can even hurt him with any kind of usability. And just the battle itself, like, it's symphonic, but like you're dreading it because he's taunting you in song the entire time. It's the most fun I had being terrified ever because I don't do horror flicks.
And how does it work that he sings in a turn-based game?
Well, like you're doing your turns, but like the song itself, he's singing the song.
Oh, okay.
It's in the soundtrack. The voice actor is singing the song in character, and like he's taunting. The whole song is taunting and about how you're never going to get out of here alive. He's got your number and he's gonna get you. Or if you're playing an evil playthrough, you just give him what you want. You don't even have to do this. I think there's a playthrough you can play with one of the as one of the pre-gen characters, where you can actually give him what you want, but if you do it a certain way, you become a god, and then you can take it away from him and banish him to another dimension.
Well, that sounds fun.
Oh yeah, totally. Of course, that's the one that has the artifact eating black hole in his chest.
Well, that's less fun.
Well, you know, when your girlfriend is a petty goddess of magic and, you know, she breaks up with you by giving you said artifact eating vortex in your chest, that if you don't feed it artifacts, it will literally self-destruct the world. You know, you learn to live with it.
This is getting complicated.
And that's not a joke. Like if you like actually like if he dies and remains dead, or you don't feed him enough artifacts, your game will just end. The artifact, the hole in his chest will turn into a black hole and consume everything.
So does that mean if you're playing as him, there's a time limit, and if you run out of artifacts because you've been playing so long, then the game is just doomed?
Not really. It's not like a you have to do this every like there's so many, and
It's
then
more
like a
plot points.
right.
Thing?
It's more plot point things, and you do come to a point where it's just like, okay, well, your ex wants you to do something for you, so we're just going to put a pause on this whole vortex eating thing. It's still there. It's still going to be a problem eventually, but we're just going to pause it for the moment. It's just like, really? That's you just can pause this at any time. Like, so this is just purely a petty move. Okay, cool, Mr. Goddess of Magic. You're totally one of the good guys.
Hint, she's not one of the good guys.
She's supposed to be one of the good guys. But like, you know, that's like the goddess, the gods and goddesses of Faerun are kind of like Greek gods. Like good and evil are kind of just polite suggestions depending on who the storyteller is.
Ah.
You know, like Aphrodite is supposed to be one of the good guys, but she's one of the pettiest ones they are. Like technically Hades is supposed to be the bad guy, but he's the one with the most functional marriage out of all of the gods.
Yep. And it still involved a kidnapping.
Yeah, it depends on who the storyteller is, but a lot of the origin myths seem to blame Zeus for that kidnapping, and you know Hades just kind of like, oh well, that kind of like, no, that wasn't my intention. That's my dumbass brother over there.
You know, that
Zeus is really kind of a nightmare when you start analyzing him in historical myth.
Yeah.
Polytheism, man.
It goes all over the place.
Waka waka.
Well, especially when you start crossing over pantheons.
Speaking of which, I mean, you brought up Hades. I was just thinking there was something I thought earlier today. I'm like, oh, it's kind of like Persephone, but on crack. And now I can't remember what the heck I was thinking.
Maybe you just really wanted crack.
It was something like it was something similar to the Persephone Hades marriage. I just can't remember what it was now.
Well, all right, we have run out of time. So the point is, anything can be scary.
Yeah, I couldn't find a good video to demonstrate it, but I also just wanted, in passing, mention creepers.
Yes.
Because there's nothing like that dread of knowing that everything you've built is about to go away.
If we're
It's
doing
the-
honorable mentions, I'd like to throw Sneak King onto that list as well.
Oh
you play
God.
Sneak King.
It was originally called Splice King, but they couldn't get the copyrights for Splice.
Yeah, especially because I wasn't called that when that game came out.
You were always called that. Splice is a fixed point in time.
Uh,
I think
no,
you were.
I-
I think you were at that point.
I am fairly certain that
It was Xbox 360.
I am fairly certain at the very minimum that I have not always been Splice, and I know for a fact that we can find the evidence in Lunasar's phone.
You know, he's got a good point. He's got a good point there.
I have no way of seeing this phone, so I will believe Baggins that he has always been Splice. Baggins just has a face you can trust.
Splice, still to this day, is not put down as Splice in my phone.
What is he?
My old name.
He is.
P-Day.
Tell him P-Day.
I
That's
remember
yes,
the P
P-Day.
Day. I did know you as before you were Splice as Paday.
You did. Anyway, all right,
Very
let's
briefly.
get going. Kamizite, would you like to promote anything?
Absolutely. First of all, I'd like to promote my my fantastic partner, Karina J's story, Entangle Enemies on Tapas. She is working to get everything edited so that she can do a grand, like, I don't want to say reimagining, that's the wrong word, but it's basically it's basically she's a partner with them. They're gonna release it. There's gonna be a bit of a fanfare to it. It's going to be awesome. Go check it. I have gone ahead and I have put the link into the self-promotion portion of the Splice stream. Also, I a while back did this kind of music thing, and every time I throw out, a song to sit there for you to go listen to, and this week it is one of my favorites. One of the reasons why I started doing this: the Ballad of Bearded Splice, Man of the Mountains and Wilderness. So check that out also in the self-promotion. It is a fantastic song about the mythical bearded Splice who lives in the wilderness of, I don't know, Colorado, Montana, one of those places with mountains, I'm sure.
Utah.
No, I'm not tall at all. I'm kind of medium size.
Okay. Looney, would you like to promote anything?
Sure, I'll promote Lizzie Petrichor on Twitch, where she does good old chill, relaxing, shiny hunts. Unless it's been way over odds.
I was gonna say
then it's
relaxing
less
for everyone
relaxing.
else, not for her.
If it's over odds, then it actually can get very frustrating. But yeah, it's good times.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Baggins is this?
I will promote the game from the old SNES game, actually never on the American SNES, Terranigma, because as we speak, hopefully I am about a half an hour to 45 minutes away from winning an eBay bid for finally getting my physical copy of Terranigma. Also, in 12 days, it will be the 30th anniversary of that game's release.
Oh, wow.
So,
Man.
amazing game.
Be a real jerk move to bid him up right now. Don't do it, people.
I have a crowbar. I can go take care of any bidders that are bidding against you.
Yeah,
If
don't
you bid
do that.
against me, you're gonna get it because I'm bidding as high as I'm planning to bid. But
So it does remind me, I have found this one podcast I like where it's actually a bunch of gun tubers, but one of them's obsessed with Metal Gear Solid 2 because they use some very unique guns that aren't used normally. And he found one on some bidding site and he's like, "Oh, I got it. I won it. I was in a bidding war with someone over it." And the other host goes, "You son of a bee, we were bidding up each other." He's like, "What?" And it turns out they were the two that were bidding on it.
Oh, man.
it's a
And
classic sitcom.
Well, it's because he was gonna give it to him because he knew he wanted it. And so they ended up like they went and tracked their bids and they had bid themselves up like $2,000.
Oh man, no.
That's
Oh,
rough.
But it made for great content. Anyway, you can find me twitch.tv/splice stream. I might play more Super Bonk on Thursday. I don't know. Probably more Peak on Saturday. I don't know. We'll find out what we're gonna do. I'm good.
Oh man.